Hey folks, Gamer Drag here. Welcome back to Timberborn, where our beavers are chilling and waiting for the forest to grow in our second district. However, it is growing and we're already collected a load of wood. All I've done since last time is create a second log pile, and that's it. So the trees are starting to grow and we should now have enough wood to start our project. What I have noticed is we have in here 4 unemployed people, so we have enough labourers to build another builder's hut and employ an additional 4 builders, and that will have everybody employed then within the area, like so. And that's a nice setup. That's all we need. It's completely self-sustained. We have food growing, we have trees growing, we have builders. We can now build our dam, a levee in fact. Okay, so to do this we're going to start by clearing out this little bit of area here, getting rid of those trees, and then we're going to build a path up here so that they have an access to the area that we need. Come on, there we go. And if we just build this path right across, where are we going to build this from? I don't particularly want to build it at the edge of the map, but I think that might be the best place for it, so ignore that. That is what we're going to do. So stage 1, levee building, and we're going to need them to get into these gaps back here. So I'm not going to, the construction site is too far away, because we've not put steps. So as soon as that is built, this should no longer be too far away. Let's see. Come on, beaver away. Yeah, and I'll just let that get built before we start putting more down there, because they will get in the way of each other and then we'll have ones missing. So just for the first 4 or 6 we'll do it one at a time, like so. Let those 2 build, and now we should be good to go and get our first level in. Okay, so we'll let them get ahead and build that. In the meantime, what we haven't really done in this area is increased our needs. We're doing all right with nutrition and hunger and sleep. Everyone's got somewhere to sleep. No one's really hungry. We can increase the nutrition 1 value by putting more berries in, which we will do here. And in fact what we will do is we will stop new trees being planted in this area, and once they come down, in fact we'll risk it. We'll destroy them. We'll take this all down up to about there, and that's fine. The areas over here will provide us with enough trees, so we will create this into our berry area, and that will solve that problem, the nutrition problem. Now I've noticed that's just gone down. I'm not quite sure why that one's just gone down, but it has. We're not providing our beavers with enough in the way of social life, apparently. Oops, if I can face it the right direction. Keys on the keyboard. And we can do that by starting to unlock some additional things here. We have plenty of science points at the moment. What I do want to unlock is the large windmill, not because I need it at the moment, and also this power shaft, but I want that unlocked, so we've got it. I also want to unlock the metal scavenger flag and the shredder, so that I don't accidentally, and the printing press, I don't accidentally use up all my science points. Okay, so first of all we're going to build a temple, because why not? Apparently that is leisure. And I think up here is a great place to build it, overlooking everything. Pity it doesn't fit it nicely there. I want to put it, I'm going to put it there just so that I can build a path around it should I need to. Now, how are the beavers going to get up there? Well, we're going to have to create a path for them with some steps going up to the top, and that will give them access there. Perfect. We're also going to create oh, well, now what's going on? They're all hungry, that's fine. We're coming in for another drought. We're also going to create some decoration, and we're going to create a bench so that they can sit and look out over the vista that is in front of them. And we're also going to create some, where's the decoration? Shrubs. And I'm going to knock a few of these shrubs around in all sorts of places just to increase the beauty of the area, and that should help. Once those are all built, that should help with our comfort, social life and aesthetics. Spirituality should also be taken care of by the temple. The next thing that we're going to build is a printing press so that knowledge can be increased. And I'm going to do that here. Am I going to fit it in? I'm not entirely sure. Let us have a look. We will fit it in there. Okay, so we'll create the printing press there. That's going to need power, as is our explosive factory, which I realise I've made a mistake with. And the mistake is that we need metal blocks in order to build that. So we will have to come all the way over here and start dismantling some of this. So my plan of making an area here is going to have to come to fruition. So let's get on with that. To do that, we're going to have to recreate this district that I temporarily built last time and then took down. We're going to have to make it a little bit more permanent, but it's not going to be anywhere like the district that we've got for our dam project. This is only going to be a temporary district, and I am going to move people into it, and basically all the resources, they're not even going to be gathering resources just yet for themselves. So the way we're going to do this is, first of all, we'll need the district centre. So we'll just pop that down there. We're going to need a drop-off point because resources are going to be coming in to this area. to keep the beavers alive. We're going to need water, that's for sure, because they will die without water. But we should be okay for everything else, I think. Now, I'm intrigued to know why these beavers are building there, because it is outside. Oh, it's still within their zone. Okay. That's interesting. I thought that they would not come and do that because it's within... it's past that gate. But the gate stops this line. It doesn't actually stop them building. So actually our area is going to get built before our beavers move in, which is great. That's better than I expected. So I'm going to make... There's going to be 9 of them living here, so I'm going to make a beaver hut for them, a beaver lodge. And that is pretty much all we're going to need to do. This is going to be good for them to go, basically. And we're going to have 9 of them. They're going to first of all build this levee out here. So to do that, we're going to need to destroy a bit of this levee. Let's see if we can do it in line there. We'll take this wall down for now. And just build a wall directly across here. We'll do it there because this will be farmland. When this is full of water, this will be green and it will give us some options in the future. Not sure what options, not sure what options we need, but nonetheless we will have options. Okay, hopefully our critters will be able to reach that. Almost. We need to make the path a little bit longer. Yeah, and then they'll be able to reach that and get that built. So, in order to do this, we're going to need resources coming from here. So, a quick new path here, just to give them quick access. We don't need them going to the dam project anymore, but we're going to create a new route into here, and we're going to send all the foods. So we're going to send berries, bread, carrots, potato, water, and logs. And I think that's all they're going to need. So let's turn this back on. We might as well employ 8 workers because we have quite a lot unemployed. And we will let them do that. We should get resources coming over here quite quickly. And as soon as we've got some resources in here, we will start building. You know what, I am going to build a warehouse as well. And I'm going to do it there so that this district actually builds it. Okay, I think that's good enough for us to move 9 people to that district, which is District 4. Move 9 of them, off they go. So now we've got 5 unemployed. So we will create a builder hut, and now this can go anywhere. and employ 4 of them in the builder hut, which will give us 1 spare, and that person will start our gathering of our metal, which is something we've not yet done, but we need. So put a gatherer there and let them get on with that. Okay. Let's let that go for a minute and establish. Meanwhile, at our second project, our main dam project, we have completed the first level of the levee. That's not going to be a tongue twister, is it? So we're going to need to now create the second level, and to do that they're going to need access to up here. Let's put the path in, because we know they'll only moan if they don't have a path. And we'll clear this area because it'll just make working a lot easier. Why can I never find the clear button? It's not difficult to find. We'll clear that, and once that is clear, we will get levee level 2 built. Fantastic. Back to the other side. Okay, now this is going on so well, I am going to create a different gate. Let me just pause this for a second. I'm going to delete this path and put in a district gate there instead of here, to give us some more room in this district. Put that path back in, because, and this is a little bit cheaty perhaps, we need to get the metal from this district into our main district, and the way I'm going to do that temporarily is by building a warehouse right here. I'll let that build up, and this warehouse is going to be only for, once this is built up, so we've got beavers from both cities now working, both districts working on this, but this is going to be solely for metal. Now, instead of, once this is built, instead of opening a distribution centre and having to employ people in a distribution centre, I can fill this with metal and then cheatily move the district gate back here. And once I do that, this then becomes part of this district, and I can get this lot to empty the metal from it. I think that makes sense. We just need, I'm not quite sure why it's taking so long to build though. Probably because we're short of wood. But I can demonstrate exactly what I mean here now by just creating a path around that gate. This is now part of this district, and this lot should use its wood resources to build it, like so. Oh, I thought that was going to, thought they were going to come and build for me. Hopefully someone will. And once that is built, have we got builders still here? What have I? Oh yeah, we still have a builder hut. I can create a new builder hut. Employ the 4 of them. And we just wait for the logs to come. We seem to be having a log supply issue here. I think I need to employ some more. I do. We haven't got enough lumberjacks working. We seem to have 2. So I'm going to destroy these 2 trees and put in a couple more lumberjacks. They're not buildings, they're resources. Those two trees have gone, and we shall build. So let me just get this warehouse built, and then I'll show you what I mean. Meanwhile, back over at our other project, the dam is coming together nicely. We now need to get access to this next level up here. So more pathways are needed. Let's go up here and then up there. I think that will work. Put a step in there and there. And we're also going to need to get up here at some point. So I'm going to come back one. We're going to build a platform, 2 steps, and complete our path. That will give us access up here, which is clear. Excellent. Let us instruct the beavers to clear this area as well. So we're going to build up to this height because, well, why not? And it will future-proof. I don't think we're going to go that high with our flooding, but because this is set up and it's really only temporary, because this is all going to be underwater shortly, then we might as well build it to the maximum. I mean, technically the maximum's up there, but I think that's getting a bit crazy. If we'll end up flooding the entire map if we try that. So I'm going to take it to the top of this, and that will be good enough. Now, this next part is going to be tricky depending on how the beavers build. And I will show you what I mean. If we create our levee, which is going to go right the way across now. Let's do it a level at a time. Oh, they'll be able to reach all of that, but they won't be able to reach over here in the middle. So a way around that is by building a step up onto the levee, and I'm going to do that in a bit of a potentially bizarre way, but it will make sense later. We're going to put a platform and stairs going onto the platform, and then we can build a path right the way across here, and they will be able to access the entire part of that. So this lot here, they'll be able to access from the ground, as with this lot here. And then they will start building out, and the path, as you can see, will automatically be built on top of the levee, and it means they will be able to stand, once this is built, stand up there and build on out over. We'll then have to delete the path, but that's easy enough, and be able to carry on with the building. Over here, our warehouse is almost built. We've run out of wood. What is going on here? I thought I have assigned all of that to be cut down. So what's going on? Nothing to do in range. Wait a minute. There's plenty to do in range. Why does that think it can't chop anything down? Let's recreate the range. Is that a bug in the system, or have I got something wrong here? Not sure why. Nothing to do in range. Okay, I must admit, I'm a little bit confused. Lumberjack. Lumberjack. Let's get rid of one of them. They don't need a path into the area. These are fully grown. It's watered and alive. So why does it think there's nothing to do in range? This is confusing me. But now they're going. Not sure what that was about, other than the fact having that lumber post there may have been blocking their access. I thought they could enter the lumberjack flag and then move behind it. Clearly they can't. So we're going to have to clear, because I want 3 lumberjacks, we're going to have to clear one more point there, put a path in, and then we'll put a lumberjack here when that, just like now, right now. Once he's taken that tree down. Okay, back over here. This warehouse is now built. Fantastic. And I want to put none in there. So it's already put berries and everything else in there, which I didn't want. So I'm going to empty the storage and prioritize it and get that completely emptied, because the only thing I want in there is scrap metal. And I'm going to put 1,000 scrap metal. So once this is emptied, which is almost the case, okay, this is where we're going to do our cheaty thing. We're going to delete this pathway there and build another pathway here. So this warehouse is now part of this district, and instead of emptying, we're going to fill with scrap metal, and we're going to take the scrap metal out of there. So we're not going to allow scrap metal in this one. So they should start moving the scrap metal from one to the other, and we should see our scrap metal decrease and then increase over here. And we haven't got a huge amount of scrap metal at the moment, but as soon as this comes down to practically 0, we will then reverse this and put this warehouse back in this district, and we will have saved ourselves an awful lot of resources or people, because if we were going to put a distribution post in here, we would have to have more staff, so we'd have to create another lodge, so on and so forth, and I don't want to do that. However, we do need to process the metal, and we're going to do that by building a shredder. And we're just going to pop the shredder in this district, and we're going to power it with a new big windmill, which we can just pop there for now. That's fine, and connect that up. And then let's have a look how we're doing. So the metal is down to 70. It's almost down. When that's down to 0, we will do this swap around. So give it a minute and I'll come back to that. Okay, so that's almost done. I'm going to actually build a smaller warehouse, which is going to be for our metal. So once that is built, shouldn't take too long, it's only a small one. Again, we're only going to put metal in here, and then we'll be able to transfer them between the two. So while this is in the other district, this will still be able to fill up. Wow, that filled up quickly. I need to empty it. Okay, so once that's emptied, it's only going to take scrap metal. and it's going to take 200 scrap metal. Okay, so it's got a couple of hundred in it, so we can go ahead now and delete this pathway. It doesn't need to be all three, just one would do. This is now not in a district, but that's fine, because as soon as we create a path here, it's now in this district, and that will feed the scrap metal into the shredder, which will convert it to an iron block, and that'll be stored over here. But also, more importantly, it'll build our explosive factory and our printing press, which both need metal. And there it goes. So the scrap's coming out of here, going into there. Cheaty way of doing it, but it'll do for now. Our levee has now been built, and so we can also destroy this other part of the levee, like so. But we need to put a path in. We don't want to destroy the path. And we are good. Now we don't need any more builders here. So what we can do is build 4 more metal. I can't find it. We can build 4 more of these. 2, 3, 4. Sack our builders from there. They will become gatherers, and we will decimate this in no time and get this metal resource out of the way. Might build this levee back again. That will give us some greenery over here, but we will cross that bridge later. Back over in this district, how are we doing? There we go. You see how they're building as they come along that path. That's nearly done. And so once that is done, we have another layer to go. They won't be able to build this, of course, yet. But that's nothing more than a path requirement. Let's just check our district. Did it reach that far? Yes, it does. So that's great. Do we take this metal down here and harvest all that resources? Metal is one resource that doesn't regenerate. Once we've got the metal, there's no way of getting any more once we've used it. But that's okay. I think I might, before we flood it, I think we might just take some metal from here. We'll cross that bridge afterwards. Okay, I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to then, once this level is complete, I'm going to build the next level, and that will be our dam project done. I'll come back when we're done. Okay, now our beavers have finished building that level. I'll explain why we've created this stairway here, this path, and it's simply so it makes it easier to create a second path up to the next level. So if I put a levee here, which we need to do, they will be able to reach that from the ground. They'll also be able to build that, and we will be able to delete the paths carefully, because this is where you accidentally delete your entire levee. Okay, we'll delete the path, and then I need to delete that one as well. Add a stair, and then we're back to the same plan of allowing them to have access to the whole of the levee from here. We might even give them access from the other side as well. That's not a stair, that's a stair. if we do that, they should then have whatever choice they want in terms of access, and whichever's the fastest. That can all be built from the ground, but you know, why not? We can put that over there, so let's do that. Okay, we'll let that build, and that will be our dam done. Over here, this building is rapidly being removed. There's not much metal left in it. I think by the time we're done, we'll be good to go. Well, folks, we now have dynamite. Finally, our factory, our dynamite factory, has been built, and we're going to start storing it in here. And in fact, we're going to make sure it's not stored anywhere else. But one thing I have noticed is that we have got a warehouse that is quite full of berries. And so what we're going to do is move the berries to their own storage space. So like here we have a storage space for potatoes, and here for bread, I believe. We're going to put another one for berries. And as you can see, it doesn't fit. But what we can do is now use our explosives. We can unlock that, and we can make more space for ourselves. So as soon as these explosive charges have been put down, I am going to, which is probably going to be tomorrow now. Oh, they have done it, but we'll need to wait till tomorrow to finish that. We will blow that up, have our first explosion. Nothing to do in range. Someone is complaining about nothing to do in range. Lumberjack flags, they can go. We have no more lumberjacks over here. Okay, there we are. Our explosives are in place. Let's detonate our first lot. There we go. And we can now build our super large storage facility for berries. We can also increase the size of our berries now that this is no longer a it's no longer a lumberyard. Delete that, yes, and instruct our forester here to plant trees, berries, all the way across there. And I think that lumberjack flag can also go now. And we will put a maybe we'll move the gatherer over there, we'll see. Missed a bit. Okay, so once those are planted, we actually don't need this forester here anymore, because that will remain. And so I will probably get rid of him and we'll utilise something else. Our building is almost down. We'll wait for that to come down. And over here our levee is almost built. We just have this final part, and they are getting on with that. There is a lumberjack shortage, but we haven't got any spare workers. In fact, we have a worker problem. Hang on, what's going on over here? We have no adults left over here. This is a problem. What happened? They died of thirst. Okay. I suspect what happened... I suspect what happened is the beaver who was working in the water mill died of old age, maybe, and because we haven't got any spare capacity here, he died. That's alright, we can send some adults from here because we have no unemployed adults. Okay, we have a slight crisis that I seem to have missed. We have no unemployed adults anywhere. Not a problem. We're going to pause these builders. They're not needed. That gives us 7 unemployed. And we will migrate 7 to the dam project. They'll be replaced by the children growing up quite quickly. And as long as we've got someone on the water there, then we're good. And hopefully we will get water before this baby dies of thirst. Okay, we've saved that situation. We'll pause the builder huts for a moment. We need to get our complement back up, which the important thing is the farm and the potato and the water. So we will pause everything else, and once we've got this back up and running, we'll be able to finish the levy off. In fact, I'm going to pause the lumberjack flags. We don't need any of that. We need to concentrate on building ourselves back up here. Okay, that's a shame. That's what happens when you take your eye off things, though. We have the farm back up. We haven't got that back up yet. I need a potato. Why are they building now? Where are the builders coming from? We have 2 in the farmhouse, 1 in the district centre, 1 at a gatherer's flag. There they are. We'll get him off there. We need to move him to the grill, and 2 at lumberjack flags. Thought I'd just pause those. Was I imagining pausing those? Did I miss? Okay. The grill is taken care of. So, farm is full, grill is full, water is full of staff. We can now just hang fire until the forester's back at work. Okay, we can hang fire until our complement is built up, and then we'll get the builders back again. That's the risk of not having spare capacity, is if you miss someone dying, especially in a water pump, you completely kill your... It would be good if we could prioritise it, if we could say this is the most important job, and somebody from a lumberjack or a scientist or someone else takes this place as soon as they die. You don't just leave it empty. Maybe that will come in another version. This is an early access game, and early access games have problems like that. We're almost done here with this, and we've now got 4 unemployed in this district, so we're starting to get back. In fact, I'm going to send 4 more over to the dam project, and that should give us almost our full complement, and we can get back to the serious job of building. I'll turn the builder's hut back on, so as they are born and grow up, they will take the jobs. So I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We almost have this project complete, and by the time you come back, what I intend to do is finish this project and also dismantle this. And I will do that because once we've flooded this area, this is going to be a real nuisance to come to take down, and we could probably do with the metal. We have almost finished taking this one down. It didn't take long at all, so we did that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gatherers, and over here we will have 8 by the time everybody's grown up. we'll have 8 spare people, and so I will move them all off there and put 8 gatherers flags down, and we will just decimate that very quickly. So we'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to be notified of future videos, future uploads. We'll continue with Timberborn in the next episode, and we should be then ready to flood this area and test out our theory and see if this works for us. Until then though, thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.